Hey everyone, just grabbing my glass of water because I am so thirsty today. Give everybody a few seconds to get on. Okay. How's everybody doing? If you're joining me, if you're watching this on replay, how are you doing? Please comment in the comment section, please. I'd love to know how you're all doing today. Hey, how's it going? I am so excited for today. It was a long weekend, weekend for me. And I just took a rest weekend. I took a weekend just to recuperate and get my mind straight and figure out what I want to do next. This week's going to be great. I have a couple of videos that are really going to be good for you all. I think they're going to be very beneficial for you all. The first one is a collaboration, so stay tuned for that. It's coming out on Wednesday. And then Friday, I have a video, potentially, I'm fingers crossed, a video going up about understanding the algorithm a little bit better. So yes, you are first. Awesome. There's a few people on. That's great. Now, if you're just tuning in, make sure you're new here. Make sure you subscribe, like, and let everybody know that I do this kind of stuff. I share small YouTuber growth tips and helping you understand how to grow on YouTube. And I know a lot of you are new, so that's pretty exciting. Good morning. How are you? It's so nice that you're here. If you're just joining me, I'm excited to dive into this all today. We're going to be talking about YouTube growth tips, my best advice. And I'm going to be answering questions throughout this whole live. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good way for me to see if there's anything going on throughout the week for you all. I'm pretty excited. You know what? It's so exciting. Whenever you get into a new stage on your channel, it's just such an exciting time. But it's also a time to reflect and see what you want to do next and the next steps. I have a few videos that I really, really want to do for you all, and I'm very excited. If you have any video requests, I do advise you to put them out there, put them in the chat section or put them in the comment section if you're watching this on replay. Just some videos that you really are interested in diving into a little bit more, or is there something that you need more of that I can help you with? If I'm going to be talking about monetization stuff soon, and I know a lot of people have been asking, when's the videos coming out? Now, I want to make sure that I'm on track. I know how to set everything up. I'm still waiting on my PIN to confirm my address. I don't know. I had set my monetization up years ago, but apparently I need to get a new PIN. I don't know. Anyways, I'm hoping that it just comes and I don't have to worry about it soon. But anyways, I will be doing videos on that stuff soon, and I'm very excited to be talking about monetization because it's a new world for me, and it's a new world that I get to share with you all. I'm learning lots already, the do's and don'ts of monetization and like where you place ads and all that jazz. Like there's a lot of information that just goes into that specific side of things. So I'm very excited to dive into that a little bit more, but I am very excited to talk about, YouTube growth tips. My best advice, I'm going to give you some tips just today. So the first one I really want to give to you is to be consistent. And I talked about being persistent in my video, in the past video about my 4,000 watch hours fast to get those watch hours. And I talked about being consistent, but I also talked about being persistent. And persistence is important if you want to grow on YouTube. You want to stick through it. You want to be that small percentage that's going to push through and actually beat the odds, right? I just saw this morning Alia Zaita. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Excuse me. I'm just horrible at names. And I see your names popping up and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that, but cool. She just hit 100K and that's so amazing. I shared that on my Instagram stories. And if you're not following me on my Instagram, it's katherineperry.co. So much fun over there. I share a lot of, YouTube tips on there too, but I also share a lot of motivational stuff because I find the combination of motivational and tips is really good for me, at least. Anyway, so talking about consistency and persistence, you need to be a persistent person. You need to push through. You need to be that small percentage that's going to say, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to get that 100K subscriber button, right? So that is my first major tip for you all, is to be consistent with overall all your stuff. Obviously, you know that. But being persistent is the hardest thing to do on YouTube. And I think that if you can master that, if you can not master, but if you can grab hold to that and grab a hold of your YouTube channel and say, I'm not going to give up tomorrow. It's going to be a hard day tomorrow, but I'm going to keep going. Like your views are going to go up and down, right? So that's my first tip. And overall, I'm very excited about sharing a little bit more with you. I'm going to dive into the chat section right now and see if there's any questions. Hey, how's it going, Tilly? Congrats on getting monetized. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Yes, please do like. If you are joining here, please hit that like button so that I know that you're liking it, right? Very excited. Ella, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if that's not Ella. Hi, Catherine. I just want to say, well done. You are so great and deserve so much more. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. You guys. I'm obsessed with my channel, like in the sense of the subscribers that come from it, like the people that are behind those numbers. And I'm just like, I have so many people here. Like it just can't, you just can't fathom how many people. Like if you have 600 subscribers, like that's 600 people. Oh my goodness. Can you even imagine 100K people? Like that's insane. So thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey with me. I'm very excited to dive into other things. I have so much going on. It's unbelievable. But I'm trying to take a step back. Like over the weekend, I said, I need to take a break because you know what? I'm going to be honest. I had a stress migraine and it comes on whenever I'm super stressed, and I don't even know that I'm stressed. Right. So there's a point in my brain that it's just like, there's so much stress that your brain just can't handle it. So I get a migraine. I woke up and I really had a bad day on Saturday, but then Sunday came around. I was feeling a little bit better and I got, just relaxed the whole day. I didn't even look at my social media. I just took a chill weekend and I need to do that. You need to do that every once in a while. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. So happy for you. Yay. Thanks, Sam. You're going to be there very, very soon. I can just tell the whole vibe of your channel just makes me feel relaxed, like the whole feel of your channel. It's just, you go to some channels and it's just like, yeah, I know that. I love that, so yeah. Hey, I have a suggestion. Can you make a video about how some YouTubers' success, like the success of Mr. Beast Stream or any other channel? So like the process of the success, like the behind the scenes. I've always wanted to do a little bit of a documentary in a sense. Someday, this is something I want to do, guys. I think it's such a, these big creators are inspirational, but there's also the behind the scenes, like all the details that go into it and like the process that it took. And I really want to dive into maybe like a couple of big creators and really do like a more of a longer form video that talks about, the in-depth behind the scenes. But I want to do that, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to cut back a lot on my main, like on this channel, if I want to do like the longer content like that and dive into like the whole perspective of the process and all that jazz. Excuse me. Sorry. Because that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot, like all the ProTuber videos, I dive deep into their channel. Like I don't just whimsically put it out there because I don't want to, obviously those creators will see my videos on the ProTuber series. They see my videos and I want to make sure that it's, a light, kind of like the same familiar thing that they think, okay, this is what's going on. Cause I don't know their analytics, right? But I can see the face of the channel. And so when I dive into ProTuber videos, like I take a lot of time with them to make sure that they're right. And when I was doing them once a week for a month, I guess, last year, it was really difficult. Like I had to dive deep and there's times where I could have gone deeper. I think that's where I'm slowing down on them a little bit more so I can just take it in and actually invest. Like when I research things, I learn lots from it. It's like I'm studying for school, right? I learn a lot from those channels, those things that I do, right? Gosh, I got into a weird like moment there. Like it was just like, yeah. Anyways, so yes, I think I really want to do that kind of thing, but I think I want to do longer form, Can you do a video about your story of how your channel grew? I would love to hear your story, sort of like a behind the camera. Oh, that's a great idea. I did sort of like that with the 1,000 subscriber journey video. If you've not watched that, go watch it. But I think when it comes to that, I would love to do that. I love the creative documentary style kind of videos. It just gets the creative juices flowing. And I've learned so much from other people, but my journey itself, like that can help people understand that it wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't a journey that's going to happen overnight kind of deal. And I say this many times. But yeah, I really think that'd be cool to do. And I do want to do one, but I'm going to have to think about it because I really like those videos. She blew up so freaky, but has a great personality. Are you talking about, Alia? Yeah, she is amazing. Wow. 3 months she had 50K subscribers. And I think I posted that video a month ago and she's already got another 50K. So unbelievably fast growth. Not something that normally happens. I will say that because, you can't put this like light on it and say like this is the normal thing that happens. There was a lot of ingredients that came into play that made her channel grow so fast. How long YouTube's on and let me tell you, I love your videos. Oh, yay! Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that. Thank you so much. When did you spring for a proper camera and lens? Did you wait for or go all in from the start? So when it comes to that camera gear, I will say that for 2016, I filmed for a full year. I vlogged for a full year before I went into my video business. And I'll tell you, I had a Sony A5100 and I purchased that. I worked, on the side. I worked for how many months? 4 months, 4 horrible months working as a server. And it was the worst experience. And that's kind of where my anxiousness and stuff comes from. One major thing. Anyways, moving on past that, I worked extra to actually earn a little more so that I could purchase camera gear. Over the years, I've saved up a lot. My business has grown and it came to a full stop in 2020. But I had a lot of money that I saved up aside from that. Like I have gear that I've built up over the years from all the money that I've earned from doing video business jobs. So I will say that I didn't go all in. I had been given by my dad as a gift a camera, an old one. It wasn't a brand new one. It was an older one, but it was in really good shape. And I used that for my business honestly, I still could use it, but it's a little bit bigger. I like the Sony A6400. But if you don't necessarily have the funds for it, use your cell phone. I actually did a video on my other channel about vlogging with my iPhone 12, and it did a really good job. It's definitely a different perspective. You have to figure it out a little bit differently, but you can get some good camera. Like you can get a cheap tripod for it, and that's all you need, right? And then gradually build up from that. So hopefully that helps. Hey, how's it going? A documentary would be so cool. I know, wouldn't it? It would be so much fun. But obviously that kind of stuff takes a lot more work and more in depth. And, like I would love to dive deeper into bigger channels, like the story behind them a little bit more. Like I think that would be kind of fun to do. But it definitely would have to be a lot more work involved into it. So, and I would like to be able to travel a bit to do that kind of stuff. So yeah. Afternoon. Hey, how's it going? Okay, yeah, I understand. No problem. Hello, greetings from Germany. Is that say? Whoa. Well, hello. Good work. Thank you so much. So I shared my first very important tip, which is to be consistent, but be persistent when it comes to your YouTube channel. I think the second tip that I'm going to share with you is to look at your analytics. Obviously, I've shared this before, but there's diving deep into your analytics. Now, if you want me to talk about analytics more in depth, make sure you put it in the chat section. Yes, please. And I will do a video in the future on understanding your analytics a little bit more, because I know there's a lot of videos out there that do that, but maybe somebody will learn something from me, right? So if you want me to do a video on understanding your analytics a little bit more, put it in the chat section right now and say, yes, please. But whenever it comes to your channel, another major growth tip is to actually understand your analytics a bit deeper. When it comes to YouTube or any platform, there's always data behind it. And if you are not watching the data, not necessarily you have to be so full on watching the data all the time. It's like glued to the TV or the screen. But what I would suggest is like understand the audience behind your channel. Why are they subscribing to your channel? What country are they from? What time of day are they on? Not necessarily will you know that if you don't have enough subscribers. Maybe you need to know the retention side of things. Is your retention really good? If it's really good, then you need to keep building upon that if that's content. If it's bad, then you need to figure that out. Today I was looking at my analytics, and the video that I did was the 4,000 watch hour video. It had a really good intro. Like it grabbed people. I think 75% stayed, and that's really good. So 75% of the people that watched it, they enjoyed the intro, so they stayed through it. There's always a small percentage of people that don't stick around because maybe it's not what they thought they clicked on or whatever, and YouTube still counts that stuff. So yeah, that is really good retention, and you need to look at the intro, the hook, the whole process, and say, how can I improve this? Like if you didn't do a good job this time, like obviously you want to do better in the future, so you build upon that video and do better in the future. So that's one of my major tips is to look at your analytics and really dive deep into the video that you just did before. So you did say you did a video last week, you gave it a week or a few days, and you're looking at the retention, you're looking at the intro, you're looking at the overall CTR, for the whole video. What could you do better with it to improve it? Let's see. Okay, good night. Have a great no. Thank you so much for being here. What is the requirements for live stream on YouTube? So when it comes to live streaming on YouTube, it's just about it's there. Once ever you sign up, you have the opportunity to go live. You just can't go live on your cell phone until 1,000 subscribers. So that's the only difference. So I can go live on my cell phone if I wanted to and just go and walk and do whatever. But you need to have 1,000 subscribers. When you're here on the computer, you can just go on whatever. I think that's required. I don't know why they have that set up like that. It's a little bit strange, but I think that's just the way it is right now. I'm very excited to see, like, whenever I hit 1,000 subscribers and I hit my monetization goals, there was a few things that popped up that was interesting. Channel memberships are now at 1,000 subscribers. And, once you hit the monetization goals, you get the opportunity to have channel memberships. And I will be doing that in the future, hopefully. And that's an opportunity as well. I know that's aside from what you were talking about there, but that's another opportunity whenever you hit your monetization goals is to actually get the channel memberships. And another thing, whenever you hit 1,000 subscribers is 1,000 subscribers, you don't need to have the monetization, is that you get the community tab. So I got the community tab when I hit just over 1,000 subscribers, about a couple days after that. So yeah, there's a few things that you get when you hit your monetization or you hit 1,000 subscribers. So the goal is to reach that 1,000. So you start the process of moving forward into like the growth of your channel. And I think I'll do a video in the future on how to get your 1,000 subscribers. I've done them in the past, but there's a few like things that I can add to it and just improve on within that video that I did. Thanks for the reply. I've only been a YouTuber for about a month, pretty overwhelming, but has been enjoyable. Yes, YouTube is a very overwhelming world. And I think not many people understand this. And that's why I'm diving into this week. One of my videos is talking about the stress and dealing with the stress, or not dealing with it, because it's how to understand the stress that you're going through as a small creator. And a video on Wednesday is going to be actually a collaboration with someone that talks about this stuff a little bit more and understands it a little bit more. I'm going to give my perspective and how I deal with the stress that I go through. But the person that I'm collaborating with is going to give you some tips on other side of things, like comparison and such. So it's going to be really good for us this Wednesday for me to dive into this a little bit more, because that's the process that I want to go with this channel, because I don't want everybody just to think that it's an easy road. The ProTubers that I talk about is great, but I don't want everybody to think that they've had an easy road. The ProTubers that I talk about, there's a few of them that have taken like a long time to get to where they are. Like Kinging It, for example, they've taken 6 years to get to almost 100K. Like they're almost there, they're getting close, but it's taken them 6 years. So the process is different for everybody. But I want to talk about the mental state of side of things, of like being a small creator and understanding that there is stresses involved. Like generally we're stressed in people, like we get stressed with the little things nowadays. And I think I get stressed more so now is because as I'm building this up, I'm more of I'm excited about things, but I'm also like nervous about things, how the process of everything goes. And so I think sometimes as creators, we are at different stages in our process. Like, or at 100 subscribers, that's great. That's 100 people. Woo. But once you start getting monetized, once you get monetized, there's a whole like different thing coming on you, right? Like there's a lot more people watching you. There's a lot more things happening, a lot more people wanting your attention. And I think it can get overwhelming. And so that's why I want to dive into like the stress and the mental health side of things as a small creator. I think it's so important this day and age to understand this aspect, because it's going alongside being a creator. You can't just have we're not perfect, right? So not 95% of the time, we're going to have something that pops into our head that's a worry, or something that's, going to stress us out. Not for everybody, but for a majority of people. I think it's going more so the, stressful anxiety direction. So anyways, I want to talk about that more on my channel, which I'm very excited for. Do you think live streams are practical, doable for creative channels? For example, making a project live. Not sure how yet, just how to think as, yeah. So great question. Thanks, Jessica. So I think definitely live streams are very good. Like they're great. Uh, I do mine once a week, and I'm thinking of cutting it back to twice a month, just because I want to start building my channel up other ways. But that'll come in months to come. What you want to do is when you look at your channel, live streams are great to connect with your audience, right? So if you have an audience and you want to build out relationships with them just a little bit more, doing a live stream is a good way to connect with them. Now, as a DIY or a creative channel, that's still doable. Like I've seen plenty of creative artists and such, not necessarily are you in that direction, but creative artists just do like a paint with me. Or you see a lot of those study with me's, and it's all in quiet, quiet motion, nobody's talking, right? Not necessarily you want to go that direction, but it's an option for you, right? Now, I would do a little bit of research and see how you can incorporate it into your channel. I would definitely think a DIY or something live is going to help. It could be small, it could be big. You could be starting a process of, another video that you're doing, and just sharing a little bit behind the scenes. So there's lots of things that you could do with it. Definitely think it's doable. So yeah. For a gaming channel, what do you think about guides that may not perform well among your subscribers, but may get a bunch of views from search? About guides, what is guides? Is that like a guide, a tip video or a tutorial video sort of thing? Or honestly, like with gaming, I haven't gotten into that a ton. My goal is to start working on getting into that side of things a little bit more. I do have, a kid that loves gaming. He loves to. Let's see what he says. So like a how-to video on the game. Yeah. Again, it may not be. So I think you need to, if you want to start doing that, incorporate it into your channel a little bit. Yeah, you need to test things out. Have you done one of these videos before? That's my question. If you haven't done one of those videos, the good thing to do is try and test it, because sometimes doing something different on your channel will really help you to stand out, because you don't want to be like every other gamer, right? You want to be different. I only know Minecraft gaming channels, so excuse me if this is not something that you're interested in, but when it comes to gaming channels, my kids watch Preston Plays, for example, and who else do they watch? All Minecraft stuff. And on those videos, they're very entertaining, they're very outgoing people, like they're very loud and obnoxious sometimes. Not obnoxious, but like loud and excited, I think is what I was trying to say. And so my kids are obsessed with that. So how can you be different and do something different on your channel, right? That's the key. So if it's how-to video, maybe that's the way to go, Have you got your RPM? Yeah, I just don't know off the top of my head what it is. I'm sorry. Have you seen any of his videos? Video apparently tags don't matter anymore. What do you think? I watched the video. I agree with her to a point. Yeah, tags aren't like the end all to the be all, but I do think it's important to have them. They definitely do help, because whenever I tag a video, the tags start showing up that they've been searched for, right? So I don't know. It would have to be something I have to test out too. And I know Catherine Manning has said this in the past, that she's tested it out. And YouTube themselves has said tags are not important. But to me, I feel like they still are. They help to reiterate what's going on in the description. And as small creators, we do need the tags. Like we're not going to get views from, I did watch the video, but I want to study it a little bit more before I give an opinion on it, because I can't say yay or nay. But right now, I feel like my opinions on tags is like tags are important. But it's definitely an interesting concept, because YouTube has said in the past that tags aren't as important as other aspects. But at the same time, whenever you reiterate the tags that are in the description, it shows you what it is ranking, right? So as small creators, maybe we need to try to use them still, because as big channels go, they're going to rank for videos, right? It's different whenever you have a small channel. You not necessarily rank there forever, because you may not. I'm going to study it a little bit more, but I will say, like, if you're a small creator, it's harder for you to rank and search for certain topics. Like, for me, if I was a small channel like of 100 subscribers and I said, get more views quick, that's great. But that actual tag is not going to get me ranking high in search. So that's why whenever we're doing research on our tags and our description and our title and all that jazz, we find those tags that are going to help us rank, right? So as a big creator that has maybe 50,000 above, it's a little easier for them because they're established. They can start ranking high. But when it comes to small creators, we don't necessarily get that opportunity. So we have to do a little bit more research within keywords and tags and stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to have to study it a little bit more, but it was an interesting video. Let me see. Yes, they didn't do as well originally, but about a few months later, they started doing pretty well with new viewers. However, many of those people watched those videos and find them helpful, but did not come back. Well, then if it's driving traffic, but it's not getting them to subscribe, then maybe it's not connecting with the overall. I don't know, because that's interesting. If you're getting the viewers, but they're not interested in subscribing, that's strange. I would have, you'd have to study that a lot more to see what actually happened. But tags won't hurt them; only potentially help with it. Yeah, in my opinion, use the tags as a small creator because right now that's something that's going to help reiterate the stuff that's going on in our title and our description. But as I said, I would have to study them. It never hurts to put them in the tag section because there is a tag section, right? What's the point of the tag section if it's not helpful? So, let's see. Oh, my stars and garters. One person gets. Oh, my 6-year-old loves him, and he gives my old brain a headache. Can't argue against his success, though. Yeah, I know he's. It's so funny. My kids are obsessed with him. My husband just goes like this, because he's just such an excitable person. But that's what kids love and enjoy, right? They enjoy the excited, positive, energetic person, and that's who they connect with. And they're obsessed with his channel. He is quite loud, so sometimes it's hard. But it's good that he's seen so much success because, yet again, another creator that's worked really hard, right? Hi, Catherine. I have watch hours for almost 4K, but in monetization tab, it shows 3K. Why? Okay, so this happened to me with my channel, and I think it's because I actually hid some of my videos. So I did have some videos on my channel that I hid because it just didn't make sense to have them on. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Happy Monday. So whenever it came to that, 365 days, it'd say, oh, you have 4.1K views, watch hours. And then the crazy thing is you would look on the monetization tab and it was 3.8K watch hours. And I was like, but I think what has happened is they've taken into account some views and watch hours from videos that I hid or, the live streams that I did. So I could have been way more ahead. There was lots of live streams that I hid because I kept private because it was just something that, I didn't really want them on at the time because I didn't really know what the direction for the live streams were. So I think that's the reason. Maybe take a look back and see what videos you've hidden and go from there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me get to that in a second. Hello, Perry. You are awesome. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You are such a kind person. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to react. This is my second one. I don't know how to react. How do I react? How do I react? Oh, I can't even believe it. Every time someone just comments something nice or they're really nice like this, even I just don't know how to react. I get so overwhelmed, but I'm so thankful. I'm the kind of person that's kind of behind the scenes and I'll get all shy. And whenever someone gives me a compliment or something, I'm like, oh, it's nice. Yeah. But this, I don't even know how to I'm right live. I'm talking in gibberish right now. Maybe my Irish accent will come out. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Doc Rock. I appreciate that. That is amazing. Thank you so much. That's a great Monday. Oh. All right. Okay, thanks for the information. No problem. Hi, everyone. Hey, Rob. That's true. Aloha. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey. Oh, you guys are just chatting back and forth. I love it. I love it. Awesome. I tend to search for whatever one I'm playing or maybe stuck on, but I don't usually subscribe because it's just that game I'm after. Oh, I see. Okay, Okay, that's interesting. That's true. That happens. Yeah, I only do Pokemon videos. I said gaming channel just to be a bit more general for the question. Oh, Pokemon videos. I understand that too. Pokemon. Like I'm a kid that grew up on Pokemon. Like I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would have understood that. Like, is it a gaming? Like, are you specifically in a specific game for Pokemon? There's a whole bunch of different things that you could do within that, right? Yeah, cool. Let me see. Second one, come people should need Canadian reaction. Awesome. Oh my goodness, Rob! You guys, we love your work. Oh my goodness, that you guys. I might just cry because this is. I just come on to chat and say hi, and oh my goodness, I can't even. Rob, Doc, you guys. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you guys to do that. I appreciate that. So sweet. Thank you. Also, what's your opinion on YouTube Shorts? YouTube Shorts. Lots of opinions right there. I think YouTube Shorts is going to be the way to go. In the next few months, you got to get right into it. I have tons of videos on my channel that I play on, like specifically a playlist for YouTube Shorts. So definitely check that out if you have not watched it. But YouTube Shorts is a interesting concept that's happening on YouTube, and YouTube's going to be putting more money towards it because they're fighting against Instagram Reels, against TikTok, and they're going to say, okay, well, we have to put more money into this because we don't want those viewers going off to TikTok. And once they get going on it, because this month it's the beta version is going to be into the US and it's rolling out. And so I think it's something that you really need to dive into a little bit more and understand. Not necessarily do you have to put it on your channel. You could test it out on a separate channel. I actually have a separate channel that I'm testing to try and get more information and data about it. Again, it's all new, so it's ever changing. And so I will, as it goes, and as it grows, I will know more. I did a video on one of my subscribers. I don't know if she's here today, may not be, but she's hit a 400K views within a month. She's actually currently on one of her videos, 630K views. Correct me if I'm wrong. If she's here, I don't think she's here. She's growing fast, and I think she's hit 1,200 subscribers. She's gained like 700 subscribers from one shorts video. And so I tell you, early on, you need to get into it because the people on TikTok are now huge and big, and they've grown their brand so big that they can do whatever the heck they want, right? So what you need to do early on is at least test it on another channel, because there is going to be monetization on YouTube Shorts. They're rolling out monetization, and potentially in the future, fingers crossed, they'll actually count the hours to watch hours. The key is them understanding the videos that are going to be put up. They need to monitor them and see how they work, because you can't have ads rolling on a 30-second video. That just doesn't make sense. So what happens is they're going to have to find other ways to monetize it. So what they're going to be doing is, I can't remember what it's called, applause or clap or something like that. It's called, people can donate money to you. It's another monetization route. So if you're not willing to test it on your main channel just because you don't want to risk the whole process and everything that you've built up, then start another channel, because you need to try it at least. I've talked about this a lot, so I'm going to be talking about it more. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it so far. Oh, wow. Lots of questions and stuff coming in. I can go to Timmy's. Yes, I can go to Tim Hortons. They actually have, what is it called? It used to be roll up the rim, but now it's called roll to win because everybody wins. So maybe I'll go today and I'll get myself a coffee. That'd be so nice. I rarely go and get myself a coffee now. I'll have coffee at home here, but I'll go sometimes and just every couple months and just sit there and just be like, oh. I'm not like hello darkness, my old friend kind of deal, but I mainly do shiny reaction. Oh, interesting. The shiny cards, yeah, videos, but have also done guides on where to find stuff like evolution stones, which are the ones that got new viewers who seem to enjoy the one. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I think that's kind of creative. I would keep testing it out. If you're getting the viewers, maybe is the retention high? Just keep testing it out. I would suggest maybe testing a few more videos to see how it works. And obviously it's bringing in the viewers, so it's bringing in the traffic. just be interesting how you would turn that into like how to get them to subscribe if they're enjoying the content, but they just come to watch it and then leave. I would have to do a lot more studying on that, but yeah, I would suggest study it a wee bit more and maybe tweak it and see if you can get people to subscribe for those kind of content. Some US creators are getting the native button for shorts. Ooh, that's exciting. Good to know that. That's exciting. I'm very excited. Oh, I'm in Canada, but I'm very excited for that whole process to roll out. And I think they'll start with the bigger creators because, hey, well, the bigger creators, they have a ton of data to work with, so we'll test them out with them. Maybe Mr. Beast will have it. He might have that. I think I'll learn a lot from you. Have a great day. Thank you. It's nice that you're here. If you were having real talk about visiting, oh, you guys are good. That's awesome. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. That's kind of one of my bucket lists, and I think it's many people have that on their bucket list. There's New Zealand and Hawaii is the two places that I really want to visit someday. So that'd be kind of fun. YouTube Shorts is so solid. And I saw, Rob, that you've been testing it out on your channel, which is kind of fun. And I love your thumbnails that you've created for them to make them kind of cohesive and fit with your channel. So very good job. And how have they been doing for you on the back end? Like, are they all over the place right now for you, or how's it going? Now, I know Daryl Eves was talking about a while back how he was working with YouTube themselves on YouTube Shorts. And he was saying like 15 to 30 seconds is what when he was, talking with them and all that jazz, he's saying 15 to 30 seconds was important. Now, obviously, if you have high retention on any other size of, length of video, then go for it. That's totally fine. But that was one thing he had said in the past. I don't have the button for shorts, but trying them with a decent amount of success. Yeah, they're bringing in traffic. The interesting thing is, I want to see I would love to know Daryl's opinion on like how to drive the traffic. You've got that traffic coming in, but how do you turn those into like viewers of your actual main content, right? And so that's what a huge question has been coming up, but I've been studying it and it's all over the place, kind of thing. So be interesting. We will get shaved ice. Oh, shaved ice. I haven't had that in a long time. Any idea? I've seen for YouTube Shorts monetization, every 3 videos shown in the short shelf, 1 ad plays and one each of those 3 videos get a third. Oh, you get money from YouTube Shorts if it's pushed out on the browse page or the YouTube search page or channel page. Like anything aside from being on the short shelf, you'll get monetized. So I think that's kind of what you're talking about. That's awesome. Congrats. Retention was about 40 to 50%. That's pretty good. Like, to keep people to keep watching, 40 to 50% is a really good mark to hit. Obviously, you want higher and higher and higher. And for me, it's like I'm constantly changing and working with my storytelling, the editing, and all those different styles. So yeah, that's pretty good. I would suggest maybe trying it again. Honestly, I can't really tell you for sure, yay or nay, because I don't know a specific channel, and each channel is different. But I would continue to test it, and if it's coming back short, then you need to reevaluate and see what else you can do instead in place of that. I can do shorts on the app. I'm in the UK, but then 15 seconds doesn't make me want to make them through the app. Oh, you have the opportunity to do that? Okay. Yeah, 15 seconds is the goal that YouTube has actually put out and said 15 seconds is like the magic number. But to be honest, I've seen it with a variety of different numbers. It's just about the retention. Now, the one that I studied on the 400K views, her video was above 95%, and it kept getting pushed out. Once it hit, it would be interesting to see the down to the percentage, because there's a few channels that I've talked to and they said, oh, my retention's at 93%. And it's not pushed out again. So I would say, 92%. It was 92%. So I would say maybe it would be interesting to see if it was 93, 94, 95%. That is actually the magic number to push it out and keep pushing it out. Anyways, that's my train of thought right now. I'm trying to dive deeper into it, right? Shorts are a little disheartening. Shorts are a little disheartening. I have a short that has half my entire channel's views compared to all my other videos. Just a goofy 30-second video versus videos I actually put work into. Yeah, sometimes that happens, and I will tell you, it's disheartening. So, because YouTube is the world of, you want to be creative, you want to let your creative outlet come out, and you want to just show people like how, I don't know, sometimes YouTube is a hard world. It's a harsh world because there's channels that I don't know. It is a harsh world. To be a creative can be hard sometimes. I get it. Okay, thanks. No problem. Thank you. So no problem. I'm so glad that you're all here. I can't even believe I got two super chats in this video, this live. Like whenever I go on lives, I don't expect them because obviously I've done them for so long now. I'm just like, what? But thank you so much to Rob and Doc. I really appreciate that. That's such a nice thing to do. And I don't, I don't pressure. I don't think that anybody needs to do it. It's something that you do out of kindness. So I'm just so thankful. Thank you again. I appreciate it. If you're just joining, make sure you hit that like button. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. And we're talking about all things YouTube, growth tips, advice, and all that jazz. I'm going to take a drink because I know I'm going to get a headache if I don't. Because like I said, I got a migraine on the weekend. And it wasn't good. Okay. So yeah, I want to share one more tip with you all about YouTube growth. I've talked about how you need to be consistent and persistent. You need to analyze your analytics. And then the last point that I've talked to quite a bit on my channel actually, but I want to share it again, is to collaborate. Now, a lot of you don't really know or want to collaborate, and I'm thinking that you're missing out here. Collaborations is so important. Like this week, I have a collaboration with someone that is going to talk to you all about like stress and dealing with mental health. And as creators, we need that aspect, but I can't dive into that in detail. So I collaborated with someone, right? When it comes to your channel and understanding who you could collaborate with, you need to find someone that is very similar, content-wise. But if you want to, you can still branch out. Like, again, mental health is something that I'm branching out into a little bit more, but it's not necessarily focused in on my channel. So you can still branch out a little bit on your channel. It's not like you have to be set in stone. This is the way that I've had the exact people to collaborate with. But I will advise you to try and branch out a little bit too. Now, if you want more information on how to collaborate, I will dive into that a little bit more because collaboration is interesting. People ask me all the time, how do I collaborate? How do I reach out to people? Or who should I collaborate? What do I should do? Blah, 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 blah. So I'll dive into that collaboration aspect of things a little bit more because it's something that's missing a lot of the time on YouTube. You don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too little. There's a balance, right? And I have one this month. I have two this month, actually. And I have two next month, potentially. And I have one next month in May. Yeah, that's all the collaborations that I have. But my goodness, I don't do them all the time because too many collaborations hurts your channel. Because YouTube then says, okay, well, there's too much traffic coming from this channel to that channel to this channel to this channel to this. Like you're going to have too much going on. And so YouTube can't find the where to put all these videos, right? So you need to make sure that you're collaborating smartly, right? Think about how you're going to collaborate with that person and how can it help them, but how can it help my channel and my audience, right? Oh my goodness, another super chat. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to try and pronounce this. Is it Sarkman Gaming? I'm sorry if it's not. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, but thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so much. Oh my goodness. You guys are so sweet. I can't even right now. Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. One of my shorts had a horrible retention of like 40% and yet got 11K views from the shelf. Now, this is interesting because back 1 to 2 months ago, or I don't even know when maybe you posted that, but it'd be interesting to see when you posted it because a lot of like last year, it was so organic that people were getting views out of the flying around like crazy. And I think it was just so open because YouTube was trying to figure the algorithm. So when exactly did you post that video? I'd be interested to know. That's interesting. So strange. Jessica, it's just YouTube on YouTube app. If I hit the plus button on, oh, wow. They're putting in the UK as well. Well, that's news to me. I never actually, I heard it was only in the US, but it's interesting that they're putting it out in the UK. Huh. Very cool. Awesome. It's my most viewed video on the channel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It would be interesting. When did you post that? Okay, Rob. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Okay, awesome. Again, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Um, like I give out content and all this stuff. I've done this for 10 months for free. I've never expected, like I give to help. So I appreciate everything that you guys have given. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. Let me see. Boom. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Rob. Good morning. I never heard of this super chat thing. How do you do it? Yeah, so there's like a little money sign at the bottom. Once you're monetized, you can actually donate money to different creators. Now, no pressure here. But you can do this to any big creator or creators that you follow and you really want to say it's like a way of saying thank you. You know, thanks for all the content that you're sharing, or thanks for, giving out this information. It really actually helped me because, some people are just it's a way to give back a little bit. So you can do that. It's like a dollar sign at the bottom and a super chat. Yeah. But thank you. It was uploaded December 27th. Okay. So I would say last year was a very all over the place for YouTube Shorts. It was very new. So I will say that there's a few channels that had very similar to what you said there. Their videos just were pushed out randomly, like crazy. Unbelievable. So I will say this the algorithm seems to have shifted a little bit since then, because I've noticed quite a few videos that it's harder, a little bit harder to get those videos pushed out on the short shelf. So it's interesting. I think YouTube has shifted the algorithm just a little bit since then. That's probably what it is. And I appreciate answering all your questions, by the way. Sarkman Gaming. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so I can't find the YouTube Shorts bit. I just press on the plus and it says either upload video or record. Yes, so some countries don't have that option yet. I believe that's from what she's saying is in the UK that there seems to be rolling it out, which is very interesting. So yeah, that's news to me because I thought it was only the States. I had done a lot of research on this, so don't get me wrong. This is something that is new. I think some people in the UK are getting the opportunity to try it out, which is very cool, which means it's moving out more, which means you need to dive into it, which means you need to try it. Yeah. That all happened in the span of 3 hours. Okay, so I would say that it's not getting pushed anymore. It may be getting views from like other spots, but it's not getting pushed out anymore, which means it had its moment and then it just died. You could potentially do something similar, but get higher retention and try it again. That's another opportunity. But again, if you're not wanting to try it on your main channel, try it on a separate channel. I'm getting 1K. Yes, a lot of people have been saying this, which is so interesting. I've been testing on my other channel. I'm between 500 views to 1,000 views is the range I'm getting right now. On my retention's always in the 70 to 80%, and I'm not getting any higher. And I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit more and see if I can make it better. The key is to get it above 95%, and that is going to be extremely hard. Right now, again, the algorithm's shifting so much, so getting it to above 95% is going to be one hard job. But it's not there. Oh, okay. So I didn't know you were in the UK. I thought you were in the States. Okay, well, that's great. Yeah, so I would say it's probably rolling out. You just got to give it time. It's we're only 8 days into March, so maybe it's just rolling out slowly. And they're letting certain areas test it out more. That's very interesting, though. I don't have a idea. I could have video 916 turn add shorts to description. Yeah. That's the majority of what people are going to be doing right now. So I posted a short I'm really proud on, but it's not on the short shelf. What do I do? Well, how long has it been up? That's the interesting question. And how many views has it got? How's the CTR? And what's the retention if it's shown up yet? You don't need to use the shorts button if you upload it. Yeah, you can totally upload it directly to your YouTube channel. I think that's what she's been doing. You could a lot of people have been doing it that way. But yeah, you can definitely use the beta if you get that option to test it out. Go for it. That'd be awesome. I'm aware that I've been doing better. Excited for yeah, it's exciting to get a new feature and try it out. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out in the next couple months. As YouTube puts more money towards it, we'll see if it gets easier or a lot harder because YouTube's already like, this is why I said you need to start right at the beginning whenever something like this comes out, a feature like this comes out, and get in on the action right then and there, right? Because it's going to get harder and harder and harder to get that, you know, like just a natural, easy growth from it, right? This video was 7 seconds long. I uploaded a 12-second meme video yesterday, so waiting to see how it does. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the shorter videos will do really well, and then if you have really entertaining longer video, then do well as well. It's just all about the retention. So if it's not above 90%, 95%, sorry, then you're going to have a hard time of it. Like it gets pushed out whenever it hits like a 75% mark, and then it gets pushed out again if it hits above 95%. I chose to upload mine to the regular as the app limits you to 15 seconds. Actually, 14 as it cuts a second off. Interesting. Oh, I missed a question there. Interesting. They've limited it to 15 seconds. Well, YouTube, you are mixing it up, aren't you? Interesting. Well, you know what is interesting though? Like TikTok, they had like 15 seconds at one point, and then they upgraded it to a minute. So I don't know if that's going to last very long. But I will say TikTok is not monetizing their creators. They're not giving, like, Canadians can't get paid through TikTok. They're not part of the creator fund. What's the point? Yeah, you can get brands if you're big enough, but the algorithms change so much that it's really hard for people to grow now. Isn't 70% amazing? When it comes to retention on shorts, 70% is amazing. Like, it's great. But whenever you want it's a video to keep getting pushed out or to get that second wave of views or second push on the short shelf, you want it to be above 95%. That's just what I've saw so far. I know that's a really high goal to reach, but that's from the one channel that I'm talking to you about. She's at 630K views from her one YouTube short, but she was above 95% for the longest time. So sorry. Let me go back to that question I missed. I post every 3 days, so it's been 2 days, and it's at 150 with no shorts views. So shorts depend from 1 to 4 days. Now, if you don't see, anything from that, if it's not pushed down the short shelf, then you need to look at the retention to see why. And if it's good, then the CTR may be a factor now. I'm not sure. Because like I said, it's constantly changing. And I'm still working on keeping an eye on it, right? I've been in your live streams for so long, so happy to see the community grow. I know, isn't it exciting? We are at 2,500 subscribers. Whoop, whoop. That's so awesome. I'm so pumped that we're just growing as a community, and I can't wait to see where we're at this time next year. You all are going to get there, right? Okay, let's see. I'm going to ask her a couple more questions, and then we're going to pop off. So let's see. One interesting that happened to me was that I uploaded my first short back in November, and it didn't get any views from shorts until a month ago, and now it's at like 700. Yeah, sometimes the algorithm is like, right now, the shorts algorithm is all over the place. So bear in mind that it's not going to be a perfect algorithm right now. Remember when the TikTok days, like it was so, you could go viral so easily, like Charlie, she's at over 100K followers, a million, whatever, I don't know. I'm talking gibberish. Yeah, she's huge following on TikTok, but her initial growth came from such an organic reach in the beginning of TikTok. Now, those who started on shorts early on here are getting good reach, and you'll see gradually as you go that you may get another push. But when it comes to the shorts algorithm, we don't know set in stone. Like there's people that are sharing out there, like the shorts algorithm and all that jazz. And I'm sharing the results that I'm finding from my study and my research, my initial findings. But as it's a growing app, a feature, it's going to change. So it could be changing this week, and we just don't know. But we're seeing that there's a change, right? Give it time, at least 4 days. Yeah. If it doesn't get picked up by the triple check, it fits all the requirements. If it does, then you can add the short shelf to your channel on desktop. Yeah. Mobile and see if it shows up in the short shelf. Yeah. So shorts is interesting. Be safe, y'all. Back to work for me. Thanks for the chat. No problem. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. Okay, so I think I'm going to pop off for today. That was a really good conversation with you all. I learned a lot, just by talking to you. And thank you so much for all those who did the super chat today. I appreciate that. Again, I'm here just to answer questions. I appreciate being here and being a part of your lives. Like, you're taking time out of your lives, so I appreciate that too. And I'm so thankful that you're able to be part of this community. If you know anybody that needs extra help with YouTube, let them know. Share this channel out just to let them know that I'm here. I'm always sharing tips on my community tab, doing polls on there, and I have lots going on. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.